I'm Elizabeth Tisdall, Mayor of the City of Evanston, and I'd like to talk with you a little bit about sustainability and where we are in that attempt in Evanston. Our vision statement for the City of Evanston says creating the most livable city in the country, and that's what we want to do.
I'm Steve Perkins. I'm the convener of the Evanston Interreligious Sustainability Circle. We're an organization of Evanston residents who come from many different faith traditions who came together in 1999 to make Evanston a more sustainable place, doing so as religious people. And finally, a few years ago, we challenged the City of Evanston to develop a climate action plan and said we'd do it with the city. And the city, to our amazement, actually said, sure, let's do it.
CGE grew out of the work of citizens who developed the climate action plan for Evanston, and we were formed to help implement that plan and help Evanston become a more sustainable community, help it reduce its overall carbon footprint.
We took the time in order to really think about what is it that we could do to translate the climate action plan into everyday actions or behaviors that people could really internalize and try to do within their households, within their local purviews, within their businesses throughout the community.
Citizens Greener Evanston, or CGE, is one of the many groups that I have the pleasure of working with as a Sustainable Programs Coordinator. And in fact, they're one of the strongest among over 100 sustainability environmental related groups in the community of Evanston. So we're very lucky to have a lot of wonderful people doing a lot of great things to help support our community.
We have a lot of committees that are working on different aspects of the climate action plan.
So Citizens Greener Evanston was instrumental in bringing the issue of community choice aggregation to the city and putting that on the city's agenda. Community choice aggregation involves the city negotiating on behalf of all residents and small businesses for a more favorable electric rate. With 100% renewable energy, we will reduce our carbon footprint by more than 284,000 tons a year. And in doing so, we not only meet but significantly exceed the goals of the Evanston Climate Action Plan.
What's exciting for me is the City of Evanston has sort of gone ahead and taken a big step through their community aggregation and their commitment to renewables to say we recognize that there's a value. There might be a slight incremental cost to the citizens. In the grand scheme of things, we're actually paying less thanks to aggregation, but I think it's a really strong statement from the City of Evanston.
The Evanston sustainability movement has a great relationship with the City of Evanston. We really appreciate it. It really makes all kinds of things happen that couldn't happen otherwise.
One of the keys to success in the city helping to reduce our own carbon footprint and being a leader in the community has really been through interdepartmental collaboration.
We worked collaboratively with the city in educating and informing the community about the benefits not only of aggregation itself, but also of doing so with 100% renewable energy.
The challenge is that the city's operational emissions are only 2% of the overall community emissions. So in the future, one of the next waves of implementing the climate action plan is going to need to be focusing on the city helping to spur additional behavior change and improvements across the whole community so that we can help to identify and address the rest of that 98% of emissions that we need in order to reach our goal.
So what would a sustainable Evanston look like?
One of the things that is very important to recognize is the power of the individual impact, and that this happens on the back of each person understanding that there's a mindfulness that is at play here.
For myself, though, sustainability is a question of awareness. It's a question of how we do things, how we think about things that happen in our lives every day.
For sustainability, the ongoing of all of the interdependent parts of our world to continue, we need to find our way to balance. And the balance isn't just continuing where we're at right now, it is about moving to a place of wellness.
It's a city where people walk first and then ride a bike and then take transit and then use a car share car and only use a personal vehicle, when they really need to.
In this way, but think about what it does for you from a physical well-being standpoint. And so our ability really to raise consciousness of our decisions, to really talk about this in terms of a holistic understanding of the life that we want to live, and the way in which sustainability can be a pathway to everybody being well, I think is an intriguing path to follow.
Another important thing about sustainability is really that incremental change, and if we continue to take positive steps forward and improving the way that we manage our resources as well as balance the financial, social, and environmental impacts of the way in which we live, we can then over time have a tremendous impact on reaching our goals and working together to be a more sustainable community.
Being a livable city means being a city that respects the environment, takes care of the environment, and saves it for generations to come.